Hey everyone, got this today for you. N64 controller. It's in pretty dirty condition. Overall not too bad in terms of scratches and stuff like that, but it does need a little bit of cleaning. Now the issue we have here is this. So we're gonna have to open this up, take out this joystick component here, and do a little bit of refurbing on it. Not sure how well the camera's gonna pick this up, but there's a bit of white dust in here. That, I believe, is the plastic inside kind of wearing down. To get it fixed up, I've ordered some parts for the joystick to clean the outside. I'm going to be using the kid's toothbrush as well as some 70% isopropyl alcohol. Word of warning, don't use 70% on the inside components like the circuit board and so forth. There's too much water in there. Use 99%. For me, 70% seems to work a little bit better when it comes to actually cleaning dirt and grime. And added bonus, this one's going to be antiseptic as well. So don't have to worry about any gribblies in this. Let's try the wife's toothbrush. There's a lot of grime in the screw sockets there. Gonna have to clean that out afterwards. Screws are all removed. Gonna try to separate the two halves here. And I missed two tiny screws inside there. This should now just lift off. There we go. There's the back button. Gonna see to clean this off with some soap and water afterwards. Now, this little pad right here, this contact for the back button, this needs to be removed from the joystick. There's two tabs here. This one does not move. Don't try and move it out of the way or you're going to break it. This one here, you pull this one you can pull, then you can get this off like that. Very careful though. Because remember, these things are very old. Won't take a lot to damage that cable. So now these three screws, we'll take those off, and this now has to be unplugged. So very gently, there we go. And we can now remove the joystick itself. Put that out of the way. Of course, we're going to clean that afterwards. So from what I remember, this screw has to come off right there. But we got to make sure we keep some clamping force with our fingers on this, because I believe it will sort of try and ping itself apart. Yep, so it's trying to open itself up. So I think now we got to pull these little catches back. There we go. Being very careful not to let this whole thing fall apart. There we go. So, top half of the joystick, bottom half. You can see a lot of that white residue right there. That's basically the joystick eating itself. It's just essentially wear and tear. So right here, this is actually supposed to be straight. It's not supposed to be a sort of a bow in there, sort of an inverse hourglass. If we compare it side to side with this new one here, you can kind of see how this one's worn out. So we're just going to lift this out, and right in here, there's a lot of that dust just kind of caked in there. This is the end of the joystick. It would sort of fit in here and sort of travel around in there as you move it. I have a feeling this might need to be replaced as well. Good thing I've got some extras here. There's two gears in here, one right there and one inside there. The teeth of the gears are also kind of filled with that little with that dust. So we're gonna have to clean those out as well. So we're going to take note how this thing goes together, so we can get it back together again. And we're going to lift this out first. These right here are the sensors that pick up the location of the joystick. We're going to give these a little bit of a cleaning as well. So we're going to lift this out. Yeah, the whole, not sure if this is going to come across in camera, but the whole bottom of this is basically kind of laced with that white dust. Here you can kind of see the condition of the gears. These gears do have to be reused, so we do have to clean these. Just going to lift that a little bit and pop the gear out. And right here you can see the end of the joystick. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what we have. So this entire little nub at the end has been ground down, so I think this stick will have to be changed. I do have a replacement black stick for it, as opposed to the gray. Maybe I'll just go neon green, I think. This gear here as well is also a little bit worn out, so that has to be changed. So we're gonna keep pressure on this here, make sure it doesn't turn, and we're just gonna turn this 90 degrees, and it pops out. Careful, because there's a spring here. Don't want to lose that. I'm gonna lift the spring and this washer out, and just take that out. Gonna give all these parts a little bit of a cleaning now. I'll use 99% isopropyl because it dries a lot faster. Clean the washer and the spring as well. And now we'll clean these gears. This is the new cup that we have here for the joystick to sit in. Just gonna give this a little bit of a cleaning in case there's any kind of machine oil or anything on this. Right, I forgot which way these gears went in. Give me 1 second, let me look this up. Right, so it looks like the gear sits on the outside, the tiny part of the gear. Hopefully Google image search didn't lie to me. Put this back in, like that. We'll give this a little bit of a cleaning as well. Put this back in. Put the first replacement gear in. Just drops right in. And the teat will rest on that gear underneath there. Let's get this bit reassembled. Put that back in there. Put the spring on. Then the washer. Grab another gear. Fit that over. Turn it 90 degrees. And turn it the other way 90 degrees. And now I think we literally just put the two halves back together, making sure the screen part here fits inside that groove in the second gear. We didn't get it aligned properly, I think. There we go. That should do it. Let's get that one screw back in there. Not sure if it's meant to be that squeaky. Hopefully because it's new parts. Okay, just gonna give this a little bit of a cleaning here. It's getting late. Don't want to make too much noise with the sink cleaning this thing. So just gonna use the Q-tips and toothbrush to give this thing a little bit of a clean. That's just from the screw holes. Let's clean around here. Also, I know this is probably a bit shorter than my normal videos, but still dealing with that nonsense from work that I mentioned in the last video. But just wanted to get something out for you guys. Right, so it's not immaculate by any means, but that's as much as I'm willing to do this late at night. So, same way we took it apart, gonna put it back together. Let's make sure, yeah, joystick still looks okay. Gonna put this part back in right now. There we go. Snap this back together now. Gonna give these screws here a little bit of a cleaning before I put them back on. Okay, let's get these screws back in. And there we go. all finished. Now I have a functional, although slightly squeaky joystick. Hopefully that goes away after a bit. Gonna have to make sure I didn't mess anything up, but I think it should be okay. And yeah, all caused by this wear and tear on these old parts. Now, you're probably asking, why didn't I just buy the whole assembly? Just replace that. Well, I think those are like $40. For that price, might as well go pick up a new used one of these. This was a couple of bucks for these parts. I think I got these from Kitsch Bent, I believe, in the States. I'll leave a link below. It's not sponsored or anything. I paid for these. But yeah, as I was saying, it's like 40 bucks for one of these, and from what I understand, the aftermarket ones are nowhere near as good in terms of the Hall sensors, being calibrated with the controller, that kind of stuff. So we've saved this controller for now. So that's it, all done. I'm sorry I can't show you guys gameplay footage, but the N64 is in storage right now, and I just don't have the time to dig that out and hook it back up. But if I can, for the next video, I'll tack some gameplay footage of this on if I can. Sorry, almost forgot to mention, thanks a lot for the 50 subs so far. I never thought I'd get that far. Thank you so much. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day or night. Thanks for watching. See you later.